Hi, if you're in the Bendy VRC community, you may have heard these words before. But what does this actually mean? To understand, we have to go far back in time. No, by far I mean like 2021. The sun is shining. People are role-playing. People are making friends. People are arguing over unimportant things. The Bendy community life was relatively peaceful. No egotistical rulers, no giant factions, no community-wide conflict, just people enjoying the game. Amongst this community, there was a newcomer called Hatrred. At this time, he's just another player wandering through public worlds trying to make friends. Nothing much yet. But right now, our story isn't about Hatrred. Our story is about a group that would become one of those talked about groups in the history of the community. A group known as... and their leader, Biomech. Now, Bio didn't start as some giant community leader. The Vessels were just an ordinary group for Bio and his friends. But then something happened. Bio obtained full body tracking and a voice changer. Now, if you're watching this today, that doesn't sound very impressive. But in early 2022, that was the basic necessity to godhood. Bio received a lot of attention. He later proves he really loves attention. He later became one of the most recognizable people in the Bendy VRC community. The Vessels started growing rapidly. And soon enough, the Vessels weren't just another friend group, they were celebrities. At first everything seemed good. Bio created avatars, Bio made people laugh, and even his critics like this video will admit he was funny. He knew how to entertain people and he knew how to build a following. The Vessels became one of the biggest names in the Bendy community. Everywhere you went, someone knew who they were. Everyone wanted to meet them. This is where the problems start, because being popular changes you, and especially when there's no one to stop you. As the Vessels grew, stories started spreading around the community. It was claimed that if you insult a Vessel in a public instance, you could end up kicked. Annoy a Vessel? That's a bad idea. Argue with a Vessel? That's an even worse idea. People had felt like the Vessels became the unofficial rulers of the VRC Bendy community. But one thing was undeniable. They had influence. A lot of influence. For many younger players, becoming a Vessel became the dream. It meant popularity, recognition, and status. You weren't just another player anymore. You were a part of the biggest group around. Bio sat at the very top, maintaining the order and trying to keep this virtual empire in power. Too bad for him, empires have a tendency for falling. Trust me, Bio, I'd know. Remember that guy I sidetracked on earlier? Yeah, Hatrred. By 2023, Hatrred had many friends and was very involved in the community. Like many others, he eventually found himself around the Vessels. But Hatrred quickly noticed something. The Vessels appeared to take criticism a little too seriously. By seriously, I mean like, very, very seriously. According to Hatrred's judgment, a lot of people felt afraid to talk out against the Vessels. This group's reputation had become so large that even disagreeing with them could start an argument. Hatrred didn't like that, not one bit, and eventually he decided to test his theory with an incredible idea, a hilarious idea.
My power is so great, my power is so great!
Yeah, whatever the fuck that was. Hatrred had done it. He had made a song making fun of something Biomech had said. He played the song publicly. In an instance with the Vessels, the Vessels were not impressed. Hatrred was kicked fast. And from Hatrred's point of view, this had confirmed what he was thinking all along. The Vessels were not... On June 28, 2023, the day had come where Hatrred would confront the Vessels. I have put the video in the link's description, but all you need to know is that Hatrred tried confronting the Vessels on their wrongings. They tried doxing him, and then he said this.
Number one, Bunny.
The argument had lasted around 2 hours before Shani had finally freed the Bendy community from the Vessels' clutches. The moral of the story is that insecure 20-year-old avatar creators on VRChat can be really overpowered if you just say one thing to them. Also, Biomech has some other controversies, but I'll just put that in the video's description, as I may get attacked by these losers again. Thank you for watching. If you want me to cover more drama topics in the Bendy community than maybe like Ink Bendy Cat or the Ollers, leave a comment down below.